Movie Tree.
Howdy, branches, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Treat podcast, where today we go into new territory.
Get a bit greasy.
And we're about to grease the wheels of our first musical.
It is our first musical.
We're doing Grease.
We are.
And if you want to know how we got here, here's how we did it. Each episode we review a movie, and at the end of the review we decide the movie for next week's episode. The catch is the movie we pick must be connected to the previous movie, whether that's by an actor, a writer, or the director. For instance, this week we've chosen...
Grease.
Why?
Because Dina Manoff played Maggie in Child's Play, and she plays Marty in this movie.
That's how it's connected.
That's how it's done.
That's how we got here.
So the storyline. Good girl Sandy Olsen and greaser Danny Zuko
The Greaser.
fell in love over the summer. When they unexpectedly discover they're now in the same high school, will they be able to rekindle their romance?
Yes.
Survey says yes.
Confirmed.
When did you first watch?
This would have been on TV. I think this was shown on Channel 9, 7 or 10 at least 3 times a
Exactly, at least once a week.
year. Yeah. It was almost streaming. It was almost streaming before streaming.
It was. Exactly the same for me. This would have been a TV watch, which was then taped, and then was watched on repeat until the video went all garbly and you couldn't understand it anymore.
I reckon just at those free-to-air televisions, they're just like, shit, did you put in a movie for Friday night? Oh, fuck. Grease. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we play that last month? Who
Gives
cares?
a shit.
Put it in.
Put Grease on, you idiot.
Under Siege. No, that was last week. Oh.
IMDb 7.2. Rotten Tomatoes. Critics a little bit lukewarm, 66%.
Yeah, in the 70s.
Off 157 reviews too.
Yeah, okay.
So not insignificant amount of
No,
reviews.
that's
One
large.
of the higher ones.
It's large, yeah.
Audience though, 87%.
Oh, they love it.
This will get you. This is fucking great. This is the story. This is the story right here.
This'll do it.
On a budget of $6 million, have a guess what it made.
185.
$396 million
That's
at
what
the
I
box
said.
office.
That's what I meant.
Number one at the box office.
That's huge.
Beat Superman, Jaws 2, Animal House, Every Which Way But Loose, Heaven Can Wait, and Halloween.
God damn, that's massive.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's what do we call it? That's studio making. That's
Exactly
production
right.
company making.
100%.
Yeah.
Released on the 13th of June 1978. This is our third movie from 1978. Can you name the other two that I just named before?
We haven't done Jaws 2.
No.
What was the other one? Superman.
Yes?
And I don't know, you said something else.
I did say something else.
What was it?
Well, you'll have to.
You repeat yourself?
You'll have to take a stab at it.
It's the Scream! Psycho! Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho. That one.
Halloween.
Yeah, good on you. Good job.
Sorry, you...
Yeah. A run time of 1 hour and 50 minutes, which I reckon you feel now.
You definitely feel.
Produced by Paramount Pictures, so there's the studio that was made on the back of it.
Actually, they were pretty big.
Awards, and I'm not sure if you're going to say this or I'm going to say this, but Hopelessly Devoted to You was nominated for Best Original Song, but lost to Last Dance from Thank God It's Friday.
Don't
Never
know
heard
it.
of him.
Don't.
No.
Yep.
Directed by Randall Kleiser. Also done The Blue Lagoon, Flight of the Navigator, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a mixed
That's
assortment.
the ISIS version
Yeah.
of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
He hasn't had a shit career.
No. The cast, John Travolta, 24. Olivia Newton-John, 30. And I guess...
She looks every bit of 30
doesn't
as well.
she? Yeah, the whole cast do not look like high school. But I guess obviously Aussie icon Olivia Newton-John.
Dame.
Y'all for real though? This right here, this goes out to all our fallen homies, yo.
Lost her very public struggle
Battled
with cancer.
How long? Like 20 years or something?
Yeah, like she had a beat.
Yeah.
Everyone thought, yeah.
Fought. Yeah.
Stockart Channing, 34. Jeff Conaway, 28. Barry Pearl, 28. Michael Tucci, 32. Kelly Ward, 22. Diddy Conn, 27. Dina Manoff, 22. Now, I just rattled off a lot of names there. I rattled off all the names of the high school kids and their ages just to highlight how old these fuckers were when they were portraying high school kids.
Ow, I've got it in my review.
It's just anyway.
70s, man.
After the success of the first movie, it was supposed to have 3 sequels. However, after Grease 2 bombed at the box office, everything was cancelled.
Yeah.
But Didi Con and Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta were all pushing to have Grease 3 produced in the 2000s, which would focus on the original cast and characters years later, obviously, in another decade like the 70s or the 90s. But that never got beyond the planning stages and it fell. But there was a musical revival in recent times, but there's nothing ever happened in the movie arena.
Realm, yeah, okay.
Last week we skinned the smoke wagon. You said a 4, I said a high 3, 3.8, 3.9. The back of that, can I have your thoughts and score at a 5?
I was wrong. This movie starts with a bang. And all the way up to Summer Night sing-along in the yard and the bleachers, I'm thinking to myself, is this a 5? But after that, I think the nostalgia and the gloss of watching a classic wears off. And I found myself just waiting for the next iconic song to get me back into the film. By the time Grease Lightning finishes, I'm almost done with the film. Like, there's only one song I know towards the end now that I care about, and I don't really care about the story. It doesn't help that musicals aren't my cup of tea normally, so take from that what you will. On the positive side, man, there are some pearler tunes in this film that have aged wonderfully.
Yeah.
Like, I still, shake my shoulders and shit. I'm like, this is good. This is real good. The outfits are stunning. The choreography and skill by the actors to pull it off are elite, which brings me around to why they're so old. I wonder if they had to find people who could sing, dance, and act as well. Yeah. The performances are iconic. I won't say good, but iconic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to give this a 2.9.
2.9.
It was a slog to get through to the end, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, you feel that runtime now.
Yeah. But it just started off.
Yeah.
Like, all the way to the bleachers. And when they start dancing on the bleachers, I'm like, I'm having such a good time. Like, this is so good. And watching them dance, I'm like, this is so good.
Yep.
What about you, mate?
This movie rightfully has earned its place in movie history. It was massive for me as a kid. My sister and I used to watch it relentlessly. I instantly, though, found myself falling back into my childhood and the way I watched it as a kid, which is to say I ignored all the boring songs and concentrated on the cool songs. The timeline also of this movie is weird to work out as well, because the way it goes, you'd be forgiven for thinking this all happens across a matter of weeks. Yet we all of a sudden we're at the end of the fucking school year and everyone's graduating.
Yeah, it's first day and then graduation.
These kids haven't gone to a single fucking class.
Well, I mean, I suppose the sports teacher brings it up at the end.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, hey, we had sport.
But this movie's strength is its ability to charm you. And on that front, at times it didn't disappoint. Like you said, very strong with the good songs. Summer Lovin', Grease Lightning, You're the One That I Want. Even the bandstand, the dancing scene, the school dance. Yep. I've always loved the hand jive bit especially. It's fucking great. But there is so much that could be chopped from this movie. Hopelessly Devoted to You doesn't have any place in this movie whatsoever, apart from the fact that Newton-John needed a song to sing. Stockard Channing's song, didn't need that. Didn't need Travolta singing about Sandy at the drive-in.
They're the weakest songs. They're all the weak songs.
Even to a certain point, Beauty School Dropout didn't need a whole fucking song.
Oh, no, that's going to stay.
No, not in my book. That's purely in my book. It's not the high 3 I said last week. Still heavy doses of nostalgia, but like you, I found myself trying to get to that next good bit.
That next hit.
And the acting in between, while adequate and, like you said, iconic in places, didn't sustain the whole movie. So for me, it's a 2.8.
Oh, god damn, that was close.
Which is disappointing to me. I had high hopes for this, but...
Yeah, I think we both did. I think we went in and were like, this is a classic. This is one of the greats.
That gives it a 2.85.
100?
Puts it 95th.
Oh, won't be there for long, I don't reckon.
Just below... no, for the next 5 episodes. Yeah. Just below Resident Evil, just above the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Probably watch League before this.
Yeah, I think I will too. Best on ground.
I had to give it to Stockard Channing as Rizzo.
Okay.
I thought she was fantastic, and she can stare daggers, this woman. Like, when someone says, is it? I think it's the guy who goes, and I'll take your 15 cent misses as well.
Yeah.
The look she gives, I'm like, I can't believe this guy didn't just blow up. Like, just combust, spontaneously combust. It was, I love her. I love Rizzo in this.
Yep.
What about you?
I always struggled. I struggled with this to a certain degree because there was really no standout for me. I don't know that anyone really was best, so to speak. I always preferred Kaneki over Danny, but for this time round, I'm going to give it to Travolta because
I think they needed Danny to be dreamy.
He did a really good job of switching up his character from, hey, I'm cool and stuff, and then all of a sudden he sees Sandy. He's like, oh my God, it's Sandy. But then he goes, oh, yeah, baby, that's okay. Like, switches back into that prick role.
Sweet.
He's almost teetering on the edge of trying to be nice enough to Sandy to get her with him and still cool to his friends so that he can play both ends against the middle. So, yeah, I gave it to Travolta. And that's not an easy thing for me because I've never really rated him as an actor. Worst on ground.
I had to give it to Dennis Stewart, the Scorpion King Leo. I think he overdoes it at the Thunder Road. Being the bad guy.
Hey, check out the dude.
Yeah. We're doing pink slips.
We're racing for pinks, you punk.
You don't know what that is? Like, oh, when he's sitting in the car and everything, it's just too much for me.
Yeah,
too much. What do you got?
Controversial, potentially.
Don't do it.
When she was singing, she was outstanding. But when she had to act, I'm sorry, and this is going to sound unpatriotic, but Olivia Newton-John, no good.
You're on a boat tomorrow, I guess. Out of the country.
Gotta leave the country. Yeah, I'm waiting for the government to knock on the door.
She's a dame.
I don't dispute that she shouldn't be.
Have you put a sir as worst on ground yet?
No, possibly.
I hope not.
I can't remember. She can't act. She can't act. And she's never had an acting career, so to speak. She's in Xanadu, which is fucking worse than this. God awful.
You're going to be run out of town, man.
And she was in a Crocodile Dundee movie.
Feathered.
She's no good at it. Singing, iconic voice, because listen to her voice all day. But acting, no good.
Okay. Big call.
Big call.
Massive call. Yeah.
So thanks everyone for listening to GPG on this podcast.
You communist bastard.
Play of the day.
Summer Nights on the Bleachers, mate.
Nice.
Nothing better than the choreography of them dancing on the thing and the girls all dressed beautifully in sort of the same dresses, and when they spin and twirl, everything in that scene looks gorgeous. Yep. It was the peak of this film for me. Like, it started off really well and it got higher, and this is where I'm at. This could actually be a 5, and then it just doesn't hold on. It fumbles and falls and clatters and lets itself down big time. But I can always remember Summer Nights on the Bleachers.
You'll always have Summer Nights.
I'll always have Summer Nights. What do you got?
You're the one that I want at the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great way to end the movie and should have been the end of the movie. And we'll get to that later on.
Yeah. Funnily enough, just watching that, like, I don't know what the extras are doing. I think they're supposed to be singing, like, not the main chorus, but their mouths are just going like this, and it doesn't look.
Especially when
they should have just been dancing and smiling, but I think there's one bit that the Duty and Frenchie are like at their heads in that stockade like thing. Yeah.
And they're supposed to be doing ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
But Duty's mouth is making noises like he's going caw, caw.
It is. I think that they're supposed to be the background singers.
Yeah.
And obviously Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta are singing the main chorus. But it doesn't, they should have just been dancing. And it just completely took me away from that scene.
Yeah. Would you watch it again?
You know, at some point I'm probably going to.
Yeah, I like I said, I think if someone asked me to watch it with them, I probably would. But I don't think if I'm sitting there on my own, there's a gajillion more movies I would watch ahead of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where did you watch?
Stan.
I also watched it on Stan. You can also watch it on Foxtel, or you can rent it on Apple and Amazon.
I do have the Rydell High special on DVD, though.
The 40th anniversary Blu-ray is $18 from JB Hi-Fi. Mm-hmm. Do you want some trivia?
Let's hear it.
Let's do some movie trivia.
Body count.
Hey, theoretically,
it's one. But it's zero. It's zero.
It would have been good if the Scorpion King died.
Yeah, flame ball of flame
because he hit the puddle too hard.
He drowned.
Oh no! Not
drowned in his car.
Too much water.
Too much water.
The grease is holding me down.
While shooting the Grease Lightning musical number, Jeff Conaway was accidentally dropped, hurting his back. Conaway started taking painkillers, eventually abusing prescription drugs, spiraling into drug addiction until he died in 2011 at the age of 60.
Wow.
Yeah.
All started from Grease.
All started from Grease Lightning.
Wouldn't have happened as well if he had that main role.
It wouldn't have happened if he'd sung the song.
That's on you, John.
That's on you, John
That's
Travolta.
on you, Trav.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right at your doorstep, John Travolta.
Damn.
A little bit of casting. Elvis Presley turned down the role of the guardian angel in the beauty school dropout scene.
I reckon this movie goes up a whole point.
So do I.
If he's doing it.
Imagine Elvis fucking rocking up.
Yeah, that'd be wild. And in that day and age.
He wasn't far off carking it too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. He would have been fat.
Yep.
Would have been fat Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Just, you know what? Still up there.
They should have said
Still
to
better
him.
than
You know what
mine.
they should have said to him? You're going to be singing in a burger shop.
Yeah. Steaks are on the
Someone
house.
say burger.
The funny thing is, they would have, can this guy even sing, build a scooter about? And they would have been like, fuck, he can sing.
Exactly right. Do you want some branching?
Yeah.
And now it's time for us to branch out and decide what we'll watch next week.
I thought I'd change it up for you.
Yeah,
there.
thanks for that. Nice to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So you got
What do we
6 options. Jonathan Travolta,
Yep.
Carrie,
Oh.
the original,
Yep.
Swordfish,
Oh.
Jeff Conaway,
Yep.
Jawbreaker,
Oh, all right.
Jamie Donnelly,
Yep.
Can't Hardly Wait,
Oh.
and right out of
I just spoke about that
I know
earlier.
you did.
Yeah.
Right out of left field, Alice Ghostly, To Kill a Mockingbird,
Oh.
and The Graduate.
Wowee. You know what? I haven't watched Swordfish has come up many times
Hasn't it? Yeah.
on my own viewings, and I'm just like, meh. But Jawbreaker is pretty good too.
Isn't it? It's got a shit IMDb score, Jawbreaker. I didn't realise.
You know, I think we're going to have a lot more fun with Jawbreaker. I was going to go Swordfish, but Jawbreaker it is. mate.
Jawbreaker it
A little
is.
bit of Rose
A little bit
McGowan.
of Rose McGowan.
Not bad. We'll get back to Swordfish. I'm not sure how we get
It's
back
one
to
of those
Jawbreaker.
movies that easily we get back to. On the back of that then?
Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
This is just an oddball.
This is a, yeah, I could guess at a score. I don't think it's going to be
I
great.
can't even remember if I liked it. Like, I know, absolutely, first time I watched this was the time I brought it on DVD, which is the DVD I have. Liking it, though, I'd have to go back to when I was like 15 years old.
It was
Because I have not watched it again.
the thing I remember about it. It was kind of marketed like She's All That, Can't Hardly Wait, but it's nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
a lot darker than that.
It's like a teaching Mrs. Tingle type.
It's kind of, it's
Turn,
almost
isn't it?
a little bit that and a little bit Jennifer's Body type
Yeah.
thing.
I'm going to go right down the guts, 2.5.
Yeah, I feel like that's
There's going to be no special effects to worry about. Performances. Rose McGowan, as strange as she is not bad in
No.
whatever she's in. I
so is also
can't remember who the birds are.
Little Miss Urban Legends in it as well. Can't remember her name now.
All right, well, we'll find out and branch it next week.
But yeah, no, that's fine. Jawbreak is good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Jawbreak, that's random as shit.
Is,
Hey,
isn't it?
like I always say, nobody else is reviewing Jawbreak.
No, can confirm.
Oh, this is going to blow up, I reckon. You're going to make us millionaires.
Well,
Hey, these guys did Jawbreaker.
People are going to go, Jaw, what now?
Yeah, it's that 90s. The 90s? 2000?
Naughties.
Naughties.
yeah.
Well, it'll have to be 2001. 2000.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
On the dot.
You reckon? At the turn of the
Surely
century.
could not be deep
The
in.
turn of the century.
Could not be deep in the 2000s. Hey, Rose McGowan, so it's definitely Miramax, yeah?
Jesus Christ. I will agree with you. I think a 2.5.
We'll go 2.5 down there.
Purely
down the
because
guts.
I think I've only seen this once, maybe twice.
Room to go either way. I
Yeah.
won't say it's certainly going to go down. I won't say it's certainly going to go
All
up.
I know is that Marilyn Manson plays a genuinely
That's right,
creepy
isn't it?
creep at the
Yeah.
end, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
that's when he
'cause-
started dating her.
That's because he was dating Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Anyway, adios, greases.
بطل عزیز